Welcome to Like a Glove podcast. I'm your host, Gary Payton Jr. I got my man here, Lavelle Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
And we about to get it started.
Well then, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. Can't complain. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a couple years since I seen you.
It's been some time.
Man. Well,
it's been some time.
let me just say that I'm happy that you're doing this. This is my camera right here. I'm very happy that he's doing this because I feel like the world needs to hear from you. And I'm just curious, what kind of sparked your, like, damn, I want to do this and I want to do it now?
Man, that's a good question. For me, I think it was just something that's been in the works for a while. You know, I've talked with you and Drew about it for a while. I've chirped in your ear a lot. You guys have tried to get me to start it a couple times. And sometimes life just hits you. And life's been happening, but now we're here. And I think it's just perfect timing. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's just perfect timing.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
I agree. We're getting older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot, I feel like yesterday we were just meeting. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Sat down at that Fat Burger. What's that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And it's weird because I don't even think our parents knew each other for that long, and they were just like, yeah, y'all are going to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, okay.
We're like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only 2, 3, 4, 5 black people in Burbank at the time.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
I think we started something. I
Who
like
would
to
know?
think we started something.
Yeah, man. I feel like there's more black people in Burbank than I've ever seen in my life.
I ain't been back, so I got to come.
Wait till you come back, bro. There's a lot of us.
Yeah. Like Wally World Black? Like.
Not, like the the sophisticated black.
Okay.
Yeah. But nah, man, it's crazy to be here.
Yeah.
Like, you have a son now.
I do have a son.
What's that like?
It's amazing, actually. Just to see another life grow, and then to see like that was you at a point. So I'm like learning a lot about myself, just like on a day-to-day basis with a lot of little things. And then you have to be attentive. So that forces me to also pay attention more to myself too. So yeah, it's a good time.
Bro. That is insane.
Yeah.
Like, you with the child.
I'm with the child. Every day I wake up, I'll be like, oh, you got a son.
Bro.
But it's amazing. It's the best thing in the world.
That's crazy. How old is he now?
He is, I want to say 1.5, but he's about to be 2.
Crazy.
He's going to turn 2 June 2nd. So it's time just that. The first year just blew by, as you can see. So yeah, he's about to be 2 though.
Damn.
So
does he ball already?
Does he ball? He does ball. He does a lot of things, running, and he's on a Shrek kick right now. So
A Shrek?
Shrek.
Oh,
the movie.
He's watching Shrek.
Oh, what?
Like the first one?
Yeah, like you remember when they broke into the little castle and they was doing the wrestling part?
Yeah.
So like, you know when Shrek pick up the chair? Yeah, he like picking up chairs like, type stuff. So yeah, he's on his way. He's
That
moving
sounds
around.
about right, bro. That's how you were a little bit, so.
Yeah, I was wild.
Yeah.
I was wild. A lot of
So
energy.
you getting it back now?
Yeah. He not gonna be like me though.
I don't know, bro. It already sounds kind of like it.
It does.
Love wrestling.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Have you started like just being outside with him like while he watches you ball or anything?
Oh yeah. Actually, it's a hoop outside, and then I have him a little Fisher Price hoop. You know, you gotta have that. So when I go shoot outside, I put his right next to it. So we just be out there hooping.
Shooting?
Right now, though, he likes to shoot when I tell him to, but he like to rebound for me. So it just work out.
Maybe he'll be tall.
He gonna be taller than me.
You think so?
I do. You gotta see when you see him.
Yeah.
His legs is just long. It's for no reason.
Yeah.
Dang.
Man,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Daddy long legs.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
You know? He might be able to beat you one day. Just like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But you know what he's into? Music. His musicality is crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, he likes a lot of.
Does he sing? Like talk?
He talks not like full sentences yet. He says things, but even when he just like sings the videos, like he's into Michael Jackson, Bob Marley. Who else he like? Luther Vandross.
He got an old spirit. Bro.
He like
That's
Daft
crazy.
Punk. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he like all that stuff. I ain't putting him on rap yet. I'm gonna let him find that by himself. I don't want him just
Be careful. You might find something, you know.
Nah. We don't need none of that. But right now his palate's good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let him continue to dabble in that area.
Yeah.
He could be one with the earth and stuff.
Man.
Yeah.
Here, man. I'm just glad that he's healthy and
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah.
Already I can tell.
You can tell.
Bro, both of y'all have old spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's crazy. So let's be real, bro. This is going to be a very honest podcast for you because not a lot of people know about you.
Of course.
So what's kind of been like your journey to this, you know, you're coming out to the world basically and saying like, hey, I'm here. Like, I exist.
Oof. That's so crazy, man. Because even now, I still feel like, oh, it's not time. But I feel like I've been doing that for so long. And obviously, like I said, life's been happening. I had my son. I moved out here. You know, that was just like
crazy.
So like spur of the moment type thing. And you know, just thinking about it, I never was like, oh, I'm gonna be out the house just like that because it just like happened like that. But I think it's just time now, just because why not, right? Why not take a leap of faith and just do something different? I feel like we've been wanting to do something together just for a long time.
Hell yeah.
And just to follow through with it has been the big thing. I think we've started a lot of stuff and a lot of things happen naturally, but this time I want to be intentful, you know? And it's not even about telling people who I am. I think it's more of just having something for myself and also for my son.
Yeah.
You know, I just think about always having something accomplished, and I guess everybody has what is making it for themselves in life, you know, what's considered making it and being happy. And for me, I just want to leave things for my son to see. I want to show him to, you know, go after the things that he wants. I want him to be fearless doing it. You know, and just have something that he can look back on. Like, that's my dad, you know, and just want to do his own thing and be the best at it and do great with it. And also just to share my story, because it may be other people out there that may share similar situations like mine, you know, and it has its challenges like everybody else's life, but it's just unique to mine's. Yeah. So yeah, just getting out there. I feel like it wouldn't hurt, you know. All my other families out there, my brother, my dad, you know, so, you know, why not? Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like seeing your brother go to the league?
Oh man, it's surreal.
Yeah.
It's surreal because, you know, just being around him younger, and like we all share a love for basketball.
Of course.
So he's like there. And then for me, we so close in age, and I'm just like, like it's like you're showing me that it's just like literally right there. Yeah. Like it's like you can touch it. You know, him just getting in there and then sticking in there because he's worked for it. And being able to do that is very motivating. It is. And it's like a healthy competitiveness there. Like it makes me want to be like, oh, I want to get there. Like I want to get there. Even though me being 30 now, like I still feel like there's a journey to that. You know, I just think it's just how much you want it, obviously. And a lot of sacrifice. And I think I'm at that point now where I'm willing to sacrifice those things that I need to sacrifice. I feel like it took a minute for me to get here. Obviously, you know, like I know it doesn't just happen overnight. I'm very hard on myself most of the time, but you know, now I think everything is starting to kind of go the way that it should go. Just allowing everything to just kind of play out and do its thing. But back to my brother, I'm freaking proud of him. I'm amazed at what he's done already since he's been in, winning a title. Like that. Come on, bro. Like he's winning. He won a title. He's in the playoffs right now to potentially get another one, and then he playing against all the greats. I mean, come on now. You can't write that. You know, to me, that's like a dream job. So I'm proud of him and I'm happy for him. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I feel about that.
My boy, like when we were younger. One, like, you already know, like, I didn't really grow up around basketball like that, only when I was around you. Yeah. So, like, that was kind of always the thing for us. I was like, man, like, one day this guy's going to be in the league, you know what I mean? And then, like, find out about your brother kind of like, for me personally, I was like, I felt bad because I'm like, man, I just feel like you should have had that shot, you know? And I mean, like, you know, God, everything is, what's for you is for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? 100%. So I feel like whatever it is that you're destined to do, whether it's basketball or whether it's this or whether it's something bigger, like, I think you're going to be exactly where you need to be.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree with you too. Yeah, I agree with it.
But like, what was like, so we met and probably 5th grade, you were in 6th grade, and you pretty much have been balling ever since I've known you.
Yeah.
So, what has been that journey, like your like whole career with basketball?
Shoot, just like hitting like from like middle school up until now.
Yeah,
man. Shoot. Well, the love just comes from obviously my dad being who he is. He's a legend, so that's already there. But on top of that, just building my own love for it. You've seen it firsthand. Like, I can't even explain it. Those things are just natural. Like, just I could watch it 24/7, like literally, and not get tired. Like, it's just something that I don't know. It's like it calls me. I can't get away from it too long. Middle school, it was just me. I just wanted to play basketball. That's all it was. Obviously, we didn't go to the same school, but I would see you after school really every day.
Damn near.
Literally every day. And even then, I was still basketball, if it wasn't wrestling. But, yeah, so like, just playing in middle school and then getting to high school. I mean, high school, high school was it was difficult. It was difficult because, I didn't grow till later, as you know. Yeah. A lot of people don't believe me.
Yeah, because
I tell people all the time, and people just be looking at me like I'm lying. Yeah. But I was a small dude, like really small. Like at one point, the smallest kid in the school. So middle school was just that. Like it was that. Cool, I was just the smallest. So it's just like, oh yeah, that's GP's son. He like to play ball, but he's small as hell. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm shooting from down here. Just, you know what I'm saying? So that, and then you get to high school and went to Burroughs. Still the smallest person. But I think just high school, even with me staying at Burroughs, and I played 2 years there, and then transferring to Bill Jeff, the private school, with both, I just think it was just my dad being who he was. I feel like they wanted that more than actually like looking at me for who I was. Because at the time, I just wanted to play ball, But I think the expectations of my dad being who he was and who he is, I felt like they just felt like I should have just been that already, And that was hard. It is hard. And now, thinking about it now, because you asked me the question, I didn't even think about it at that time how hard it was. I felt like I was just going through, trying to just figure out, obviously moms was the main one helping me. So just trying to figure it out. Like, I just want to play ball. You know what I mean? But even just getting like a mentor was even hard. You know what I mean?
I bet.
Like a consistent mentor. Obviously, I got my stepdad, I got Tough, who did an amazing job. And he did what he could do for me as far as like basketball goes. But yeah, just having that on-court mentor definitely was a difference maker, I feel like. My mom tried to do it as much as she could, but she can only do so much. And then me too, I always want to do what I want to do. Not that I didn't listen, but it was just like I wanted to do stuff on my own time and enjoy y'all and everything. So I didn't have that person to tell me like, this is the time where you buckle down with this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Obviously coming from somebody like, obviously, if it was somebody like my dad, it's just like, he did this. Like, he made it to the NBA, so obviously it would mean a lot. He was like, this is the time, But it was a lot of stuff that happened with that too. So high school transferred from John Burroughs, transferred to Bellarmine Jefferson, played there, finished there. It was regular. It wasn't nothing crazy. Yeah. I had a coach that had favorites, so I ended up not really playing like that again. Would just have my little spurts when I got in, little defensive spurts, so did that. And then after high school, it wasn't no letters or nothing like that because I wasn't highly touted or anything. So went to GCC, Glendale Community College. And then with that, another thing, finding out who my dad is, did the whole tryout thing. And that was even a whole process, just even with them just seeing if they could get me so that my dad could potentially bring anything to the school. So that was the whole thing. Everybody that was a part of that knows. Jeff was like the main one with me, so he saw the whole thing. But even that was just politics. I think majority of it's been politics, and just the direction. I feel like my mom did the best she could do, but we didn't have any direction like that. You know what I mean? So that really just was what caused everything to take a hit. But you know, I mean, when you love it, it finds you and you figure it out. So after high school, graduate and everything, and then do my 2 years, and then I transferred to Tennessee State University.
Yes, sir.
When I felt like I was gone for forever. How long was I gone? Like 4 years?
Yeah, bro.
The full 4, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so transfer there. One of the best experiences in my life. For real, like, excuse me. Yeah, it was one of the best experiences in my life. Just a culture shock, even with just being around more Black people, learning more about my culture and even about myself. And then with the basketball thing, didn't play the first year. It was a coach that was already there. And then I think it was like either the next year, tried out and everything, but didn't make it because, again, they had everything they needed. And then you go to that third year, new coach, and I actually got a chance. Got a chance, and I actually made it as a walk-on. But they couldn't get my paperwork right. So the NCAA, you know, the eligibility thing, it's a lot that goes into it. And if you don't know what you're doing, it'll mess you up, you know. So that was happening to me basically. So really, I made it as a walk-on and wasn't able to actually play because I was like 0.3% away from like finishing a major that they need me to finish.
Yeah.
And my time had started, which I didn't know. Once you become a full-time student, your clock just starts, even if you haven't touched the court. Yeah. So found out about that late, and and just never could jump that hurdle. So I just did not get to play collegiate ball, which hurt. Yeah. You know, because obviously you have dreams of doing things like that. And I was actually at my grandmother's, my mom's mom, alma mater, and I wanted to play, you know, because who wouldn't want to play at their grandparents' alma mater and just show love, you know, and her being able to see me in that. But, you know, it's okay. I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like we said, the journey just continues. And it may be shown in different ways. Probably down the line, something might connect with that, you know. But yeah, definitely was bummed about it at the time. Yeah, definitely was bummed about it. I think the most they offered me was like being a practice player, but I was so hurt. I was just like, bruh. But now thinking back and looking back at it, I feel like I should have done the practice player thing because then it just gives you that experience, even if you're not on the floor. But at the time, I feel like I was just hurt and prideful and felt like, oh no, you guys can make this work. It's only 0.3 or whatever it was. But yeah, but you know, it didn't happen. But you know, now, you know, been graduated and everything. So, you know, now just staying with it, just staying in shape. Yeah. Staying in shape and then just, you know, when it's time, test the market and see what I can do.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you've been doing lately? Is just like training here and there?
Yeah, I've been training here and there. I'm not even gonna lie. I had my son, and that was like a whole. Yeah, I just had to adapt. Yeah, and it took some time. I'm still adapting, but now I'm getting used to it. Getting into the space where I'm gonna be able to just move and get a schedule and just get it right the way I want to get it right. Yeah. You know, like I said, I was being hard on myself before, but it's going to iron itself out, right. You know? Yeah. So now just staying in shape, getting in better shape, really. So doing those things. I'm 30 now. I feel like it's as hard as you go. So the shape that I want, getting the NBA shape, to be honest with you, it could take damn near a year. But I do feel like you could fast track that just how dedicated you are. So it just depends. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, the age and everything. And I was feeling that way for a while. But I was just like, start thinking about it like, okay, I missed all those opportunities and the time to play like I wanted to. So that means my body don't have miles on it. So that means I still got time to put miles on my body because I've taken care of my body. You know what I mean? So now doing that hard work at 30, I could be on some LeBron type shit and just be able to, get to my prime. Because I hear a lot of people tell me they don't reach their prime till they get older. You know what I mean? So like, I'm embracing it, being 30, still healthy. Thank God, and I'm just gonna send it. I think it's the time to just kind of put it all on the table and just like go for it. Take a leap of faith. I haven't taken a leap of faith in a while, and I think one of my biggest leaps of faith was actually going to Tennessee State because that was one of the only colleges that accepted me at the time. So just going, I didn't know nobody, So you remember, I just left. It was just out,
just going.
And I'm just out here,
Yeah.
Remember, I wanted to come home for a second. I was just like, yo, this is. This is different. This is different. Yeah. So like I grew up. And it was needed, so but yeah, just time for another leap of faith. I mean, there ain't nowhere else to go but up. So and I wanna, like I said, I wanna show my son that. I want him to be able to take risks and find out more about himself. Yeah. Yeah.
This is crazy, man. Damn. A lot of people don't know. But you played football at Burroughs.
I did. So the crazy thing about that is I did play football at Burroughs. I never actually touched the field, like as far as like starting the season.
Why not?
And I'm gonna tell you why. It wasn't, and it's crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. It wasn't even that it was hard, because it was hard, obviously. But once you get through like that hell week and do all of that and everything, you really be good. But I just remember like I don't know why, but I just remember just being like, I don't want to do this. Like, this is not for me. Like, I'm a ball player, like basketball player. I'm a basketball player. And I was like, I just rather be at home playing basketball. Like, who
I
am I
remember
doing
Tough
this?
telling me, he's like, he didn't like getting hit. I was like, he didn't like getting hit.
No, it wasn't even that, because I didn't even get to the point where we was getting hit.
Man,
it wasn't even that. It's so funny because there's so many things around that. Like my mom and my dad just like, they like, oh yeah. But it's funny because at the time where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit doing this. Like, I remember the coaches was like, you could be a water boy, and I'm like, all right, that's not what I want to do, but I do that so that I can just kind of like exit myself out. So when Tough and Mom found out that I was doing the water boy thing, they was just like, what the hell?
Like, okay, hold on, no.
But I couldn't even tell you. It could have been anything at the time. Now that I think about it, but I just know I was like, I want to play ball. I want to have the freedom to just get up and do this. I don't want to do this.
Damn, you did track too.
I did do track.
They were different seasons?
Different seasons. But I did do track. I did all the jumps because I didn't want to run. Bro. But you know what? I should have ran because I'm quick. You know what I mean? And my mom kept telling me, like, she was like, you should run. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm cool. I'm good with the spurt basketball running. But just to run, I'm like, nah. So I just decided to do the jumps.
That's correct.
But I took that serious only so long, and I wish I would have just locked in on it because I actually could jump for my size.
Bro.
I could jump for my size. That's the crazy thing. But like I said, just that lock in, man, like, I don't know. I don't think I found it at that time. I think I was just living, being a kid, enjoying just, and it's okay. I ain't mad at it. I enjoyed growing up with y'all. Like, we had a ball.
Times, man.
So, but, now it's time to just, get to it.
Yeah.
Get to it. It's never too late.
Bro.
It's never too late.
You got plenty of time.
Never too late. Yeah.
You got plenty of time. And there's just too many other things going on in the world. Like, there's so many opportunities now. Like,
man, what?
Honestly, why not?
So many opportunities. Even if it was playing for the Harlem Globetrotters.
It's something.
Hey, you could do it. You could do it. Yeah, you can do anything. Yeah. So, and they actually be looking like they have fun because they do it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
So like,
and
I appreciate
nothing. Yeah.
Right. I appreciate all the forms of people still trying to live out their dreams.
Yeah. Big three.
Yeah. It's a lot of people that stop doing it. And I felt like I was at that point. I was like, man, it's getting to a point where I'm probably like, nah, I'm gonna quit. But I feel like that's when you feel like you about to stop, like you about to quit. I feel like that's the time you're supposed to keep going. Yeah. So,
bro, I can't even imagine like just being who you are, and every time you step on the court, like somebody's expecting something of you. I would definitely be like, I really don't want to do this, bro. Like, it's just, like I think about like what Bronny is probably doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine that dude. Like,
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough, and I'm pretty sure he got his dad there to help him. Like, and I think that makes the world of a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. When I was playing, even to this day, man. Yeah, you it's like an imaginary X on your back. Yeah, bro. and it's not even based off of you.
And I bet people are playing even harder against you.
Oh,
because of who you are.
You could I could be ass. Yeah. They're gonna play me harder just because my dad is who he is.
So they can tell like, oh yeah, I'd be getting son. Yeah,
especially defense. Like everybody feels like they want to show me that they can play defense. So like everybody brings their like a glove defense every time they play me. Like,
bro,
so
I didn't even like going to we used to go to the YMCA for you and like Jeff to play or something. I didn't even like to play with y'all if you are like, oh, we need an extra man. Specifically because of how aggressive you get when you play and because people get so aggressive towards you.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm good, bro. I watch y'all got it.
Yeah. You know? It's a thing, man. Like you have an imaginary X on your back. And I feel like when I was younger, I couldn't handle it.
Man,
I couldn't handle
it.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I had discovered the tools to, at a point I got to the point where I had to build up this persona so I could protect myself as far as just like being my own self and being silent in who I was. But just as far as it goes, like with just like that expectation, I don't feel like I knew how to handle it.
Bro, how could you? You know what I mean?
How could you? How could you? But I don't know why I felt like I needed, the expectation for myself was, you should be able to handle this. Like, you should be able to push through all of this. And I don't know where that came from, but
shit.
Yeah, just yeah. So that's just what it was. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. I think you were like the brother that I didn't have because I have my little brother and stuff, but I always wish I had an older brother.
Of course.
Like when we met, it's like, oh, he's a year older than me. I'm not the youngest.
Yeah, you remind me all the time. Yeah.
So it was cool because I think a lot of the stuff that I learned to like was because of you. Like Reese's Puffs, I never heard of that.
Stop! I didn't know that, bro.
Like even my love of Batman is probably because of you.
No way.
You were always watching it. So
that's true.
It has to be cool. Like,
Batman.
The older kid loves it. So, you know what I mean?
I never knew that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I started a lot of loves for stuff. Christina Milian.
Yeah. Oh,
shout out Christina Milian.
That's crazy. Christina Milian.
Bro.
You like that? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Crazy. Just growing up in Burbank, we lived probably 5 minutes away from each other, walking
in our little bubble.
Yeah.
Wait, we did, but then
we kept moving.
It didn't last long. Yeah, because when I moved closer to you, then you bounced.
Yep. Yeah, because you live by Burroughs, right?
Yeah.
On that side.
Yep. Then I move over to the other side, and then we playing over here playing Twister.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I remember there was man, I hope that he finds this and reaches out to you. There was a kid named Brandon. He was like a little kid. And look, Gary has problems, everybody. He has serious
don't
issues.
Do that.
So we were outside. We had to be probably about 12 or 13.
You are not about to tell the story.
And this kid was probably 6, 5. And I don't remember what happened. We were playing tag or something. And he had got all upset. He got upset. The little kid got upset for some reason. I think we kept tagging him or something. And so he was basically going to go home. He was like, I'm over it. I'm going to go home. Gary picks up a rock. Not like a big rock. It was like a little pebble. But Gary doesn't, he underestimates he underestimates how good his aim is. So he was just going to throw the rock by his head just to scare him. And this little kid, 5, 6 years old, was just walking home, bow, right in the back of his head. Immediately starts crying and running home. I was like, well.
Dude's gonna contact me.
The game.
He gonna find me on Instagram.
Find him. He's doing a podcast now. So if you ever find us, hit him up.
Bruh.
He probably has head issues.
Dude,
now, bro.
What made you dial into my hand that
Bro, you have too good an aim, bro. You can't be throwing it at kids like that, bro.
I feel like I should have played baseball, man. I feel like I should have did that.
Bro. That'd have been good.
I still can, man. I really feel like that.
Bro, you do like even a Jordan thing, just ball, baseball, ball, golf, ball.
Oh, dude.
You know?
Golf's the wave, I'm hearing. But cool. It's so crazy. These kids starting so young. Like,
bro, I didn't realize that they're like, every time I see highlights now, it'll be like, look at this 6th grader. I'm like, bro, checking them out at 6th grade?
Man, if you don't know who you are, it's very intimidating. Because
that's crazy.
You just build up this subconscious expectation for yourself, like you're supposed to get it now because these kids are getting it so young. Even these NIL deals. Like, do you see how much these kids are making now in college? I mean, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Because they generate so much money for the league. But even in high school, now you can make money. Like
in high school?
Yeah. You see Bronny's NIL deal, he's like, I don't want to misquote it, but he's making a lot of money by himself, like millions.
Yeah.
Millions. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for them, man.
Yeah. So,
they really made a way. Like all these college kids that play.
Yeah.
Like, cause in the college basketball video games, they don't like put their names on the thing, right?
They
didn't used to.
They didn't. Now you could. They can make money. I'm pretty sure they probably could.
I would be hot if I kept seeing myself in video games. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
So shoot.
I know you just see a dude that look like you, but it's not you.
Got your same number, same skill set.
Like some us stuff.
Man, what?
Yeah.
That's scary.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I remember I would specifically go to your house because you had all of the video games.
I did.
You had like a tower. It was like human-sized tower of all the video games.
Shout out to my parents.
Bro.
They just kept me stocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It kept you off the streets, man. We didn't need you out here, doing anything crazy. Just
and then, I mean, games. Whoever came to my house was able to enjoy.
Yeah, bro. I remember the first time I ever seen one of those like PlayStation controller splitters where you could like, PlayStation 2 only had like two things, but you can plug the thing.
Oh, you talking about the one with all of them?
Yeah, you could play with like 6 people.
I had the big one.
Yeah. That was like the coolest shit I've ever seen. And I was like, damn, he got all the stuff. You had the sidekick.
I had
bro, I was like, damn.
PSP.
Bro.
I mean, remember the little cheat codes we used to do?
You had it was a book.
Code Breaker.
Oh, and the disc. Yeah. You put the disc
Didn't you end up getting the disc?
Yeah, because my uncle had it. And I was like, I need that, bro. You put the disc in.
They don't do cheats anymore.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Because now if you beat the game, you get access to the cheats and you can just enable them.
Oh, shit.
I like used to being able to put in the cheats. Like,
bro, I miss just being able to put the disc in and play the game. That was nice.
Yeah, y'all need to bring that back.
Nah.
I don't know why wouldn't they though? See, that's a topic for another time. But like, bro, they tripping. Like you can't beat that.
Nah, especially like if your internet ain't on and like you have to download the game. That's unfortunate. Like back.
See, I'm about to go on a tangent because if we lose power one day,
oh yeah,
what's the world gonna do? What we gonna do?
I don't know, bro.
TikTokers can't TikTok. You can't tweet. What's gonna happen,
bro? No Netflix.
Do you think everybody be okay?
No, I wouldn't be okay. Just take me after that.
Just take you. You just want to die?
There's no power at all.
You gonna kill yourself?
I mean,
that's wild.
I just might not take good care of myself.
That's crazy. Well, it's good to know. Now I know. I got to be in vicinity of you so that you won't do that. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Ain't got no power. None. Zero.
That's kind of wild.
I don't even know how to start a fire. You know how to start a fire? All right, then.
I seen it on the movies. I figure something out.
Just gonna bang some wood.
Man, what? They do that thing where they and then they and blow. Yeah.
Every time you've seen that show Naked and Afraid?
Love it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like people go on there and they say they can do it, and then they get on there and then they can't do it, and that's what I feel like happened to me.
Me personally, I wouldn't go to it, but I'll watch it though. I wouldn't do it.
I think you'd be good at it, bro.
I'm not about to be naked.
All right. That's one part. Yeah, bro.
After all these years we've known each other, now it's just like another full circle moment. So how are we here? What's brought us to this point, man? And from your view, from your point of view.
Man, let me just say. So I remember it like it was yesterday. You told me that you're gonna be a pops. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. You left to San Jose. But before we were doing that, we were actually working on another YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And our boy Drew, while we were working on this YouTube thing, was like, we should do a podcast, with you because, you're like a son that nobody knows. Mm-hmm. And you were like, that is an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Okay, interview other kids of like athletes and other celebrities and stuff like that. That was 3 years ago.
Crazy.
And then I remember, I think maybe a few months ago, like sometime last year, you had hit me up and you just had brought the idea up again. Mm-hmm. And I immediately called Andrew. I was like, you'll never believe this. Like, this dude wants to do it. And now, if anybody ever meets Andrew or knows anything about this guy, he is going to make you do something because he knows it's good for you.
Oh,
Even if you feel like you don't want to do it, he's going to make you do it.
It's amazing.
So I knew as soon as I told him, he was going to be on top of it.
Yeah.
And
I love him for that.
Yeah, man.
Because I need that. I need that. I mean, I feel like everybody should have that person in their life like that.
Somebody that pushes you.
Yeah, you need somebody that's going to push you like that. And I appreciate you, Andrew.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Yes, that's my guy. Yeah, man. He's a great dude. Yes.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I think this is just something that, like I said earlier, I just felt like people just needed to hear this story and just hear from you and, like, not just your experience. I know that some other stuff you want to do with the podcast is bring other people on. Of
course.
So, like, what do you have? Like, what's the thoughts in your head about what you want this podcast to be?
Yeah. Oh, man. I feel like the possibilities are endless. Obviously, like we said, we're starting with the idea built upon of me saying that I want to interview other kids. And that's what it started with, because I just started thinking about myself. Yeah. Started to think about, okay, how do I feel? Am I the only one that feels the same way that I feel? Like, it might be other kids out there, whether it's a sports, entertainment, but their parents are of big stature, and like I said, some of them we don't know about. Obviously, more now you see a lot of these celebrity kids being out in the forefront because of social media and everything like that. And you like, how they get a check and they just the son or they just the, but that's the lay of the land now. Yeah. So I'm just like, why not? Why not give exposure to other kids that may be in a similar situation as myself? Yeah. I hadn't heard anything about it. And I just was thinking to myself, dang, I would want to hear about other kids' lives and how they deal with it. Because I feel like a lot of people have assumptions about how a celebrity's kid's life is supposed to be.
Amazing.
I feel like when you hear celebrity, you just think like lavish lifestyle, just like got everything and everything. But like we human too, like we go through the same things you go through. Obviously, it's unique to our journey, but still the same. We got emotions. We bleed like you do. So it's just the same thing. So really, I'm not going to say debunking, people's theories or whatever, but just bringing more exposure to other kids that, that have important figures as parents. Yeah.
Like, shit, man. Well, I'm happy you're doing this. I hope you continue for a long time and that it pays off and it does everything you want it to do.
Man, I appreciate it.
I'm glad I got to be the first person on here.
Yeah. We got other stuff in works. Man. We done talked about a couple podcast ideas, so you ain't going nowhere like that. But
around. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
No, man, I appreciate you for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.